Hello Kickstarter. This is the intro to the gameplay of Paperback, and so I just want to run through some of the rules and tell you about the highlights of the game. So first of all, you form words from a deck, and the deck is the first 10 cards that you start with. You shuffle this, you draw 5 cards each turn, you form a word with that in front of you, and you score it. When you score it, that gives you a certain amount of money. And the score is located on each card. Underneath the letter, there's a score. And you add them all up. That's how much money you have to buy. You take that, the card you want to buy, take it, discard it, and all the cards that you bought, and draw your next hand. You're ready to go. You can start forming your next word. Now, the idea is that you're buying letters that are going to help you make and score better and better, and buy more and more expensive things as you go along. So one of the interesting parts of it is your starting cards. You start with 5 wilds and 5 basic letters, the R, S, T, and L. So no vowels. And they each score for 1 point. The 5 wilds you start with all score for 0, but they can be anything. So they allow you a lot of flexibility, but they don't help you score as much. So you start with just these basic points, and then you start to work your way up. Now these piles each have a different amount that they cost. So this is the 3, the 4, the 5, and so on. So they cost more and less. And you can, so based on how much you make, you could buy 2 cheaper cards, or you can buy 1 more expensive card. So the balance is, as you go along, sometimes you're going to buy a letter, but the other thing you can buy is a victory card. And these victory cards are also wilds. So they don't score anything in a word, but they score at the end of the game. That's how you win. So a lot of the game is balancing between buying letters to help you score better and buy more, and buying victory cards. And if you get too much of either one, it really could slow you down. So another element that balances things out is, in addition to wilds, there is a common vowel that everyone has access to. And this changes over the course of the game. So whenever I'm forming a word, I can use this E, if it's currently the E, in my word. So I could do rent, R-E-N-T, if that was my, and this also scores 1. So I would do 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have 4, I could buy from this pile, or this pile. Also, we have a range of powers. Whenever you buy a card, most of them have a power on them. And the powers range from things that give you more cards. So your next turn, you're going to draw, so say this one, if you play this R, then you're going to get 3 extra cards next turn. So you're going to draw 8 cards next turn, which is going to give you a lot more flexibility in what words you can create. The trick is with the powers, though, you only get the powers for the letters you use in the word. If you left them in your hand, you don't get the effect. So the trick sometimes is you have 2 cool powers you want to use, but you got to figure out how to put them both together in a word. And that's kind of some of the tension in the game. There's also things that give you more score. So if this is the first letter in the word, then it scores more. Also, we have an interesting thing here. We have dual letter cards. Now these ones, they're pretty cheap, and they score pretty well, but you have to use them. You have to use both letters in this order in the word. So you could do sell or ease. First person to get a 7-letter word gets to actually take this and put it in their deck. And you'll notice the common vowel is actually worth victory points. So it gives you a vowel for your deck, and it gives you some victory points. And now the common vowel has changed. But to get the next one, it's now going to take an 8-letter word, and so on. So some players can actually shoot for longer words, and other players can shoot for shorter words. So the game ends when either 2 victory piles are gone, or all the common vowels are gone. These different victory cards have different amounts on them. So they cost more and more, but they also give you more victory points. But they all function as wilds. And these are the ones where we're going to have all the fun novel covers. These are the novels you're trying to finish. I want to thank you for checking this out, and if you have any questions, please post on the Kickstarter page.